Sometimes you've just got to sit and admire brilliance. Erling Haaland has 7 goals from 3 games. 7 goals from 3 games. Absolutely ridiculous. Manchester City have just beat West Ham 3-1 away at the Olypmic Stadium, and I'm so buzzing, guys. The first half of football was absolutely immense. We toiled a bit in the second half, but ultimately we got the job done for our 3rd win in 3 games, and life feels good right now. I'm very excited to talk about this Manchester City performance. Of course, you got one job. If you are watching live, please give the video a like and get your thoughts in the live chat. I will read all your comments as we go along, and of course consider subscribing to the channel if you are new here. It does help support me massively. As always, any super chats or comments are massively appreciated. Here's a question for the super chats for you. Other than Haaland, who was your man of the match today? Get me your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to do a super chat, that would be massively appreciated too. But I'm really happy, guys. I'm really happy. We're in such a good place right now in this Manchester City side. I feel excited. I really, really do. Sometimes you can just feel a bit of energy in the side. And I know it may have dipped a little bit in the second half. That's normal. It's absolutely normal that a City side, San Savino, Bob, Foden, Rodri, a fit and ready Kyle Walker and Nathan Ake and all these other people will occasionally dip a little bit in terms of energy levels. But the first half in particular was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. It was our best performance of the season. And I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited to watch this City side develop and hopefully get better and better, because there's a vibrancy and a brilliance to City right now that is just so remarkable to see. And I look around the pitch and I don't see weaknesses, man. I just see opportunities, and I see players ticking boxes left, right and centre. I see players doing wonderful things. And even as Danny just pointed out with the super chat, you see your keeper making massive saves at the end. Ederson been under some criticism recently for his performances in pre-season and a couple of goals, but once again a massive save there to take the edge off the game, and it could have been nerve-wracking for a minute or two at 3-2 potentially. Beautiful stuff. And Danny, thanks so much for the support, hugely appreciated, and you bang on for highlighting that. Yeah, once again, please feel free to highlight any other moments that you feel were key. But we can't ignore the fact that this was Erling Haaland's day. Erling Haaland, absolutely monstrous. I mean, I'll find the stats for his game here. Here we go. I'll go over to this tweet that I've just seen. And look, today versus West Ham, 3 goals, 21 touches the least on the pitch, 8 accurate passes, 4 shots on target, 3 drills, 1, 2 tackles, 1 recovery, 1 big chance missed, but 1 big chance created. That is a 10 out of 10 striker performance, honestly. I know he's not always on the ball, but you cannot deny that he's absolutely on fire right now. Look, I'll show you the levels that he's operating here. Let me just find for you. Let me find for you Premier League top scorers. Let me just find. I need to point out this. I need to point out that. I might have to just share this right now. I might have to share this graphic, because it's not normal. It's not normal to be that good. It isn't. Like, that is just, it's ridiculous. But that is the reality that Erling Haaland is operating in right now. A level of brilliance that is just, it's unheralded. And I feel like we're only going to see more. Like, what can you even say to that? What can you say to that? 7 goals in 3 games right now. It's so good. It's so good. And to me, what I'm really enjoying, look, away from the goals of Haaland, let's get real about what we've seen so far. I'm not an analyst in the way that some people will talk about tactical brilliance or talk about turning on the back foot or whatever. But what I feel like I'm good at doing as a sort of City commentator, I just do these videos for you guys. I feel like I'm good at judging the mood and the energy, because I've always felt I'm sort of, keyed into a feel. I've always felt like I've been good at that since I was a very young person. And you might not agree with that, but I don't know, I can sense something. I can sense a momentum and an energy around the City side. And look, I mean, Danny's super chat sort of, it hints on it. Nunes and Grealish look great. Look, 2 people last season that probably didn't do much, but 2 people off to a flyer, looking really good and getting involved. Both of our wingers on that side were good. Both were useful. And what I'm getting at, and once again, Danny, thank you. What I'm getting at is there just feels like there's a real vibrancy to this City side. It feels like there's a hunger. It feels like everyone on this City side is pulling fastly in the same direction. And thank you so much to Pete, by the way, in the chat. I know not everyone can afford it. And Gulliver, he's not having a go at anyone. He's just trying to be supportive towards me. But Pete, look, Pete's saying if you want to become a member, it'd be massively appreciated. It really would do. It's hugely appreciated. But back to the energy of the City side. Look, I go through the team. Now, and I'll go through it with you guys right now, the lineup. And I don't see any weaknesses. I just don't see any. Ederson with the big save there. Vardial, Diaz, Akanji, Rico Lewis. Look, Ruben Diaz looks better than last season. Akanji looks like another step towards it. I expect Vardial to go up a level again. Rico Lewis just brings a real change to this Manchester City side. He's a cheat code, Rico Lewis, with his movement. Kovacic has got that second season boost. He was already good last season. Bernardo back in the middle is so effervescent, so full of life, so impossible to pick up. KDB, just creative and brilliant as always. KDB, you know. Look, KDB on the ball, creating chances. Look, 6 key passes today. 6 key passes. No assists, which is crazy, but absolutely involved and absolutely brilliant all over the pitch as well. Then you've got Jack Grealish. Look, Jack looks really good as well. Jack was just so composed when he came on. Jack was excellent, you know, so involved, so involved. Yeah, and I love it. Three key passes today, creating chances. Doku, I thought, had a really nice game as well. He made 2 key passes, could have had an assist as well. Not a natural right winger as such, but doing his job, brilliant. And then Bernardo. And then what more can we say about Erling Haaland? Just absolutely impeccable. Then we go to the substitutions, and I'm going for everyone for a reason. Gundogan fitted this team like a glove. Some of the link-up play was absolutely wonderful. Nunes, a man that I have been openly critical of, saying he's not good enough for Man City, and I still feel that way. But allegedly, he was brilliant in training, and I would love to be wrong. I have no shame here, man. I have no shame. Sorry, I have no fear of being wrong. I have plenty of shame, you know. I do. Like, if Nunes proves me wrong, I'll be delighted, because I said we should keep Nunes if he's not going to leave in a permanent transfer. And a beautiful assist from Nunes for the 3rd goal, which killed the game. And he's come on and been great. You know, Ake, Walker. Look, we've not seen much of them, but you know, we know they can be. We know that Oscar Bob, when he gets back, will be brilliant. We know that Rodri's Rodri. Foden to come back. Everyone feels like they're pulling in the same direction. Now, we've got the academy players involved. The football feels more aggressive, more electric. You've got the left wing and the right wing both equally as creative on either side. The creativity and the nuance of Savinho and Oscar Bob and Rico Lewis on that side. Doku being good when he's on that side too. You've got the ingenuity of De Bruyne, Gundogan with the subtlety and experience coming back. Bernardo's work rate, Kovacic's slow improvement, but from good to very good to excellent. It's exciting. It's really, really exciting. It really is. Like, this City side look like everyone's got something to prove this season, and there is no signs of drop-off. They look like they're enjoying themselves. They look happy, and happy footballers with brilliance do good things. It really does. Guys, 200 people watching. Let's get the likes to 115 as always. We got to get those 115 agenda likes in if you can do it. Yeah, please do that. But right now, look, I like City at the moment. And last season felt like we won the league down to Guardiola's brilliance. It felt like it wasn't a grind as such. Maybe that downplays it a tiny bit. But it definitely felt a little bit like, you know, we did it in spite of ourselves at times. We weren't brilliantly fluid going forward. There was a lot of individual quality from Foden. Haaland, always a reliable goal scorer. De Bruyne coming back and being absolutely immense. But he didn't feel as free-flowing as this season. It feels like we've got a lot more ability to sort of get at teams right now. And look, and this is even without Savinho. And Pete's just mentioned Savinho. He says, any word on Savinho's niggle? Guardiola said 10 days rest. Obviously, he's on about the international break and he should be back. So I don't think it's a serious one. He's got a slight knock, apparently. Look, I'm not going to be worried. I'm not going to get too down on it. I'm sure he'll come back and be soon. And before we know it, we're going to have such a squad overflowing with talent. Thank you so much, Pete, for the super chat, mate. Massively appreciate it. As always, your support is hugely appreciated, Pete. You legend. But it looks good. We're in such a good situation where the squad is so balanced. Haaland should have had 5. I don't think so, mate. No one scores all 5 of those chances. The header wasn't easy. Look, no, Haaland's, look, I would love to see Haaland's XG, expected XG for that. There we go. So this will tell you here. Haaland's XG was 1.50. So Haaland doubled his XG for this game. The quality of the chances, Haaland should have had 1.5 goals. I mean, he could have gone either way, but you know what I'm getting at. Look, no, Haaland more than world-class finishing. World-class finishing. Absolutely is. It's world-class finishing. So to get 3 goals from those chances is ridiculous. He's more than done enough. And look, how do we choose 3 midfielders out of the 6 that we got for Brentford? I don't know, but it's a wonderful position to be in. Absolutely wonderful stuff. And we've done it. We've managed it. Right now, the squad. Look, I do think Guardiola is right. I think the squad is in such a wonderful position. It really is. It really is. And look, and everyone will talk about Doku versus Jack or whatever on that side. I hate to reference a Rio Ferdinand quote, but when he just like let's just enjoy them both, man. He does that little quote he does, whatever, that meme. But it's the right thing to say. We have to enjoy the fact that we've got both. Grealish brings a very different game. Savinho does, Doku does, we all do, Bob does. It's great. It's absolutely great. And I love the fact that one day, if we want to, we can play a midfield of Rodri, Bernardo and Gundogan and really lock it down, you know. And let's talk about Rico Lewis again. Look, Rico Lewis is such a unique footballer. The way he gets forward, his movement, the link-up play with Haaland for his chance is so good. And the way he drifts into space, he's just impossible to pick up. If he ever unlocks finishing, by the way, Rico's going to be 5 to 10 goal a season player from right back. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Haaland as well, by the way. It's not just the fact that he scored 7 goals in 3 games. 7 goals in 3 games, by the way. It's more than that. It's the fact that there's a real hunger there. He's playing without fear right now. He's playing with an energy and a clarity, which is just, it's remarkable. It really is. There's a dead-eye-ness to him. It's scary stuff. It really is scary. I honestly feel like he's on for 40 goals this season in all competitions, and I couldn't be more wrong. There could be more wrong. People couldn't be more wrong when they're playing down as just a goal scorer. His link-up play, stunning. And look at this stat here, by the way. His link-up play today was genuinely stunning. Look at this stat here for Rico Lewis. He's only one player this season to win 20 possessions and record a goal or assist, and that player is Rico Lewis. He's undroppable. I'm going to quote that. Absolutely undroppable. He is. It needs to be shared, that, because he is undroppable. Rico Lewis. And I love Bernardo in midfield. It just feels balanced, doesn't it? It feels balanced. Like, if you go back to, cast your mind back to last season, we had a Kanji in midfield and Alvarez in midfield and Bernardo and Kyle Walker on the right. And Kyle offers nothing on the right. Bernardo isn't a great dribbler. He's so much better in the midfield. Akanji and Alvarez are not good in the tight spaces at all. And now we've got players that can do that everywhere. Like, Bernardo is so much better centrally. De Bruyne is playing, is available. We've got the ingenuity of Rico Lewis, you know, the subtlety of Grealish out wide available. Then you got the wing play of Doku and Savinho and Bob. And it's really good, man. It's really, really good. We look so much better. There's so much more to us right now. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see how we keep developing. Because we are good. We are really good, man. We are really good. I'm going to give Nunes credit. I want to talk about Nunes for a little bit. I need to give him the credit that he deserves. I need to apologise, you know, for maybe being too aggressive in my assertion. I still feel that I'm probably right on it. Maybe I'm wrong. My issue with Nunes has always been his end product and the technical side of it. And I would love to be proven wrong on that. I feel like Nunes has lacked the genius required to be a Manchester City player. And on the left wing there, look, I didn't expect him to be a left winger. And I still feel like it's telling, by the way, that he's playing left wing and not through the middle. I don't think he's good enough to play as a central midfielder for Man City. I still maintain that. I could be wrong. And what I mean by that, he can play there and be fine. Look, I'm not going to say he's terrible. He can play there and be fine. But what I mean, do I think he'll reach De Bruyne, Gundogan levels? No. But who knows, man? Who knows if his attitude's right? And as I said, I didn't want him to go if he was on loan. I'd rather have him in the squad because I still think he's a good player. And I've never said he's a bad player. I've always said he's a good player, but not a genius. But today, look, his movement was really good. The through ball was really good. He released the pass well. All I've got to do is give him the credit that he deserves. And I will always admit when I'm wrong. I'm not afraid to be wrong, man. Like, everyone is wrong sometimes. Look, City were wrong to let Lavia go and Cole Palmer go, you know. Smarter, more brilliant football people than me make bigger mistakes, you know. Or just make many mistakes. So, look, the point I'm making is that there's no shame in being wrong. I was quite forthright with my opinion, and I apologise for that. But I still stand by it to an extent. But the signs there are promising. And look, if Nunes hangs around, it can be really useful. Great. Rob with the super chat, just with the dollar drop there. Thank you so much, Rob. I can't see any comments attached to that, Rob. You did say earlier on, what a performance. But, Rob, yeah, absolutely, mate. Thank you so much, Rob, for the super chat. Massively appreciated. What a performance. That first half was honestly the most fluid I've seen from City for a long time. And the football reminds me a lot more of 17-18. It's a sort of a hybrid between where City are right now and where hopefully I want to see us be. Guys, once again, 250 watching. Let's get the likes up if you don't mind. And please consider subscribing to the channel. I am in a really good mood. I can't wait to talk about this game more tomorrow. I'm going to leave it here because I haven't got a lot to say other than, I feel like we're looking good right now. The goal for them, by the way, I'm not going to beat ourselves up over it. Vardiol maybe could have done more to stop the cross, but occasionally wingers get a cross in. And other than that, there was a freak flick off Ruben Diaz into the back of the net. It's not worth overanalyzing. Sometimes you can see the silly goal or an unfortunate goal. It is what it is. Though John just said McAtee and O'Reilly looking tough for minutes now, maybe cup games. Mate, there's so much football. Savinho disappeared from the squad today. Players are going to get injured at some point. We are going to make rotations for Watford game. O'Reilly will be happy to be around the squad. McAtee, I think, will get minutes. He will do. He's already come on last week, don't forget. Give him time. He'll get some minutes. And look, apparently the rumours he's going to get a new contract offer. There's a many... Look, let's be honest, Kyle Walker's not getting any minutes so far. He's got the same amount of minutes as Kyle Walker this season. He's been on the bench for all the games. So let's be patient about it. O'Reilly, look, it'll be hard for him, but O'Reilly will be happy to be around the squad and learn. If I was O'Reilly, I would stay and wait. And if I get any minutes this season, it's great. McAtee will get some, though. Yeah, let's talk about Gundogan, by the way, at the end. Look, you guys, let's just talk about... I feel like I've said my bit, so you keep reminding me of things we want to talk about, and I'll go on a little bit longer. Yeah, the link-up play between Gundogan and Haaland for the chance at the end. And I love Haaland's power and drive to get forward. Do you know what? Let's just talk about the goals again. So, the first goal, Bernardo does so well. This is why I love Bernardo in the middle. Those little telescopic legs that he's got for a guy so small when he wins the ball. He plays a perfect free ball to Haaland. Haaland opens his body up, and we've seen that before at Olympic Stadium. Haaland running away in an electric kit in these colours to score a 1-on-1. He's so similar. Put it in the bottom corner. And then, obviously the equaliser, but the second goal, it starts with Jack Grealish, who drifts wonderfully inside, commits a few challenges. I think the ball comes via Kovacic and Bernardo to Rico. Rico picks his head up, passes it to Haaland, and Haaland just powers it into the roof of the net. It's an electric finish. It reminds you so much of the goal against Burnley last season. Do you remember the start of the season where he put it in the roof of the net? There's a real power to that. It's a phenomenal goal. And then his third goal once again, through on goal, the way that he dinks it over the keeper, it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. It's a perfect bunch of goals. So good. Haaland has more goals than 19 teams in the league already. That is ridiculous. Is that actually true? Let me look at the Premier League table. He does. He has more goals than every other team. Haaland has more goals. I've got to type that out. And that's ridiculous. Other than the one he plays for. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's absolutely absurd. He's got more goals in every side in the Premier League other than the one he plays for. That's absurd. How could that be real? How can that be real as a stat? That is mental. I can't. By the way, Alvarez. By the way, I just saw a stat about Alvarez going and Sorloth is scoring loads in here for Atletico. Another Norwegian blocking him. Crazy. That's absolutely remarkable. Well, Doofus, I said Nunes was a 6 out of 10, but he could be a 7. But maybe he's not going to be. a 9 out of 10 ever? We will see. I think we have 9 out of 10s in midfield, if not 10 out of 10s. If he keeps his pace, maybe 45. Look, to be honest, Philip, I've always had him to get a bit 40-goal season in the Premier League, and I feel like he'll get it this year. If he stays fit, it's all about fitness again. Let's read some more stats and some quotes. Haaland said, I feel good. I feel energized. I had a long vacation, had a long preseason, so I'm feeling good. Got a little bit of rest in my body and in my feet, and I feel really good now and ready for more. Rico Lewis, 1 assist, 76 touches. Look at that. 1 interception, 1 chance created. He's such a unique player, man. Absolutely ridiculous. I need to see more quotes. There must be some more quotes coming out from someone right now. But 3 games, no Rodri, 3 wins. I did say, by the way, I never bought it. I don't buy it that we can't win without Rodri. I said it. I said it at the time, and it's come out to be true. I was adamant that we could win without Rodri, and it turns out to be true. I'm buzzing about that. Did Phillips play well today? That's good to hear, Michael. I know Liam Lapp scored a nice goal. I'm happy for him. Oh, thank you so much, Rob. He said I meant to say hope you and your family as well, mate. We're very good, my friend. Thank you so much, Rob. That's really kind of you, mate. Massively appreciated, Rob. You legend. Yeah, we're all good. Ruben's asleep downstairs. I'm going to end this video soon, so I'm going to spend the evening with Nicola because it's the weekend. And Rico did get called up for England. Yeah, John. Guys, thanks for watching this video. I appreciate you all more than anything. City are absolutely cruising right now. Things feel good. 3 out of 3. And it feels exciting, doesn't it? I'll see you tomorrow for 5's Learned in a bit. Bye-bye.